This is numbers 1 through 4 on the unit study guide. So on number 1, our goal is to solve for x, and then we are to solve for the missing angle. Now when you do that, your first thing is you need to figure out what x is. And look, you've been given two angles that are remote interior. That means they're the farthest away from this one exterior angle. So we learned a theorem that said if we took these two remote interior angles and we add them together, they equal that exterior angle. So what we have is 5x plus 10 plus the 58 should equal that exterior angle here of the 11x plus 2. And now we're going to solve. So if I subtract 5x from both sides, I get 6x plus 2 equals, I'm going to go ahead and combine these two as well, I get 68. So I combine these, subtracted 5x from both sides. Then I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides, and I get 6x equals 68 minus 2 is 66. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 6, so x equals 11. So now I found that x is equal to 11, but then it tells me to find the measure of angle TUA. That's this angle right here. So to find that, you're going to do 11 times 11 plus 2. And let me show you where I got that from. I got it from this formula here, and we're going to be putting the value of 11 in for the x right there. So 11 times 11 plus 2. 11 times 11 is 121, plus 2 is 123. So we've got a 123 degree angle right here. On number 2, we're doing something very similar, except we've got a few extra properties to go here. So if you look, we're looking for the value of x, and then we're solving for the missing angle here of a. Now if I know that this right here is going to equal 130, I could say that this right here would be 50 degrees, because we know that they make a straight line. Likewise, this is a vertical angle to this, so I have 8x plus 4. So now I've got three angles inside this triangle, so what I can do is add them together. 3x minus 6 plus 8x plus 4 plus 50 equals 180 degrees. And then we can start cleaning this up. So when we clean this up, we have 3x plus 8x. That's going to be a total of 11x. Then we have negative 6 plus 4 plus 50, and that's going to give me 48 equals 180. So then you're going to take 180 and subtract 48 from both sides, and we get 11x equals 132. Then we're going to divide both sides by 11, and x is going to equal 12. So x is equal to 12. Now we're going to plug it in to find the measure of angle A. The measure of angle A here is 3x minus 6. So 3 times the x, which I just found to be 12, minus 6. So again, I just plugged the 12 in here. So 3 times 12 is 36, minus 6 is 30. So that's going to be 30 degrees, which means angle A is 30 degrees. Let's go to number 3. Number 3 says we're supposed to classify the triangle by its angles. Well, if you're going to classify it by its angles, we need to know what the angles are. So if you can imagine here, you've got a triangle, A, B, and C, and they tell you these expressions for each of them inside. Then what you need to do is add up your three angles and set them equal to 180. So you're going to add the angle 4x plus 10 to the angle of negative 3x plus 60 to the angle of x plus 74, and all of that's going to equal 180. So now let's clean this up. 4x plus the negative 3x, which is 4x minus 3x, is x, and x plus x is 2x. Then we're going to do this with our numbers here. So then we have the 10 that we're going to add to the 60, which we're going to add to the 74, and all that gives me 144 equals 180. So we're going to subtract 144 from both sides, and I get 2x is equal to 36. Divide both sides by 2, and we get x is equal to 18. So now that I've got x is equal to 18, I can plug it into each of these. So I can do 4 times 18 plus 10, and that would give me 82 degrees here. Then I could do negative 3 times 18 plus 60. That would give me 6 degrees here. And then I can do the 18 plus the 74 to get the 92 degrees here. So now I've got three angles here. And what is the type of triangle we're going to have according to its angles? Well, notice this one here is just a little bit larger than 90 degrees. If you have one angle that's larger than 90 degrees, that's called an obtuse triangle. So an obtuse triangle, if it's one angle more than 90 degrees, a right triangle if an angle equals exactly 90 degrees, and an acute triangle if all three angles were smaller than 90 degrees. On this last problem here, number 4, you're going to be classifying the triangle by its angle, by its sides. So if you look at this very carefully, notice here I've got base angles that are the same, which we learned about relates to isosceles triangle, and we can confirm that because if you'll notice here, this 4.8 and this 4.8 make that side right there the same. So is the 3 the same as 4.8? No. So it's not equilateral. This is an isosceles triangle. An isosceles triangle has two sides that are congruent.